Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today, this is a comic that means a lot to me. This is the Mighty Thor 337, 60 cents, 1983. Yeah, 1983. Jeez, can't believe how long ago that's been. And of course, this is Beta Ray Bill. Oh man, so good. This marks the beginning of Walt Simonson's historic run on Thor. Let's look at the indicia. Yep, 1983, Volume 1. So good, so good. The Mighty Thor. Just supposedly, supposedly Walt Simonson's favorite character is Thor. And you could just see the love in this series. So, in my very first Thor comic was drawn by Walt Simonson. That was Thor 187, 184, I forget the number. And that was Walt Simonson. And here we have him. Well, we didn't do the credits yet, so we'll talk about when we get to the credits. But look at this opening page. It's not a splash page, obviously. But here we have, far beyond the fields we know, the core of an ancient galaxy explodes, and a molten ingot of star stuff is left behind, but not left alone. Just look at these hands. So, the core of a galaxy is destroyed, and somebody, what are these called? Tongs. It pulls out an ingot of molten star core. Again, I never freaking cough as soon as I turn on this camera. Mark well this figure and listen. Listen. So he's just moving it around. Can you hear it? He puts it on the anvil. The sound of thunder reverberating through a billion worlds. And when the hammer strikes it, doom! And that's also the title of the comic. Oh man, that just filled little kid me with wonder and dread and excitement. Just everything you're supposed to. Okay, this ad, who cares? Solar Fox, stupid. Was this a video game? Yeah, who gives a crap? So here we go to Donald Blake. Remember, at this point, Thor still strikes the hammer and the cane and turns it to Donald Blake. And he's just contemplating the past couple of events. And a frisbee strikes him. He freaks out for a second because, that's what he is. He's a warrior. And it's just a little kid hit him with a frisbee. No harm done. And then, hey, let's take your cane. They take him and he's kidnapped. And it's Nick Fury. So here we go. Nick Fury in the flying car. In case you watch Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., yes, Lola, the flying car, is a thing from the comics. And here he is, taps the hammer, transforms into, taps the stick, turns into Thor. And look, there's the helicarrier in the comics. So neat. Look at all this stuff. So Nick Fury's talking. He goes, there's a spaceship. Look at this spaceship. It's in space. We need you to check it out. So, could you go? And Thor's just like, verily. And he takes off. Look at that drawing. Oh, man. Just look. Here he is. There's Volstagg, played by Ray Stevens in the movie. There's Balder the Brave. Sif. This is, if I remember correctly, Balder was getting fat at this point. He was depressed and just eating and eating and eating. And here's Sif trying to humiliate him back, and he's just like, I will not be having it. And Volstagg is like his eating buddy. So, and again, Sif in the comics is like a love triangle character with Thor, but in actual Norse mythology, she is the wife of Thor. And that's Heimdall, looking a lot like Idris Elba. As you can see, the shining, whitest of all gods, the morning star, the brightest, shiniest white star in the sky, looks like Idris Elba. And there's Bifrost. Jamie Alexander was a good choice to play Sif. And here's Thor, just flying, and he flies at his godlike speeds, whatever that may be. And here he comes to this ship, the Scuttlebutt. The sensors are picking him up, and ba-boom, they fire at him. And remember, Walt Simonson also drew those Battlestar Galacticas. Let's go back for a second. So you could see, if you saw that Battlestar Galactica comic that I showcased, the ship designs, just the lines in the ship, it's very much like that comic. Walt Simonson's just freaking amazing. And here he is, Thor's having none of this, and he's fighting Thrak. Did they have credits? Did I skip the credits? Oh no, did I skip the credits? That's going to ruin everything. That ruins the flow of the comic if I didn't show the credits. Oh man. No, no credits. I guess they're in the back. So let's continue forward. Wonderful picture right there. Unscramble the bubble yum. The hammer comes back to him, and he's just ripping into the ship. And this fist just comes out and grabs him. And of course, it's time to change scenes. Here's Loki up in his little castle. I'm bored to death. I think Tom Hiddleston's a good Loki. And here he's just contemplating everything. And here's some creatures on a forbidden troll hunt. So it's like a fox hunt, except it's a troll. Must hide, or the hunters will slay me. It's Popeye, the Sailor Man. Parker Brothers was a video game. And here's Lorelei. That's the Enchantress's little sister, and she was in an episode of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She was the one that like seduced all the bikers and stuff like that. So yeah, she's a character. That's the Enchantress's little sister. I thought the woman who played her did a really good job of portraying her. So here's Loki talking and scheming, and they're gonna make some sort of alliance because they're basically very similar characters, schemers and manipulators. So this is Beta Ray Bill in his original form, Barash. He's like, what is this? And look at that horse face monstrosity. Walt Simonson's original designs are very similar. I thought George Perez's designs had a very unique look to George Perez, and I find out Walt Simonson's designs have a unique look. I think he looks like this form looks a lot like Curse, and looks like Malekith and all the other things that Walt Simonson created. It also looks like the Cylon Mark III from that Battlestar Galactica 18 that I showcased. So yeah, Walt Simonson has a unique look to his design. And I'm going to be showcasing a comic called Ragnarok. That is like the sequel to this. It's a IDW comic, and it's about Thor after the Ragnarok. So Walt Simonson like winks that it's set after this run. So here they are fighting, just good battle, good fight. John Workman, I told you he's my favorite letterer. I don't know why, but I just find his lettering, the way he spaces the balloons and everything, it just I don't know, it's just easy for me to read. I've always liked it. It kind of looks regal, I guess, I don't know why, but I just really like this. So here they're just fist fighting, smashing and bashing and smashing and bashing, and the ship's going through nebulas, and just the scope of this ship. The ship's going through the galaxy, and his minute comes up. Yes, we must be closing fast the earth without my hammer in hand. So he's close to the earth because he could let go of the hammer in Asgard and he doesn't transform. So now they're getting close to the earth. That activates his weakness magic and he turns into Donald Blake, and then the creature punches him. You've changed shape. I don't know why you changed shape into a form that is ill-suited for combat. And here they go. I don't understand the demon's transformation, but it would be unwise to question such a gift horse. So, he's gift horse, haha. And the spaceship crashes, and Nick Fury's talking, asking how Thor's doing, and he grabs this stick. He's like, what is this stick? The hammer's vanished. Thunder and lightning, what? Boom! And he transforms into Thor. The powers shake through this planet to the very foundation. So here he's like, what's going on? He throws the hammer, and he's testing out. He's like, awake, you demons. Your own weapon is about to be used against you. Stand where you are, or feel its power. So Nick Fury's like, what's going on? Something's going on. He's whirling the hammer around. He's doing everything. Thor, my son, we have urgent need of thee in Asgard. I must call thee home. I don't, look at that big vision of Odin. Boltons. Return of the Jedi. What is this? Action figures? Oh, model kits. That's pretty cool. And ba-boom! Nick Fury is coming out and checking out everything. There's Dum Dum Dugan. And Donald Blake is like, what's going on? I'm joined. Father, you took the wrong person. Do not forsake me here. Father. So to those of you who didn't follow the story, there was an alien ship going through space, and Nick Fury detected it and asked Thor to go and investigate. Thor goes to investigate it. He finds this powerful horse-faced alien, and they fight. And because the ship warps close to Earth, and a minute goes by that he doesn't have the hammer in his hand, it activates the weakness. He turns into Donald Blake. Beta Ray Bill beats up Donald Blake and takes the hammer and transforms into Thor. But how does that happen? Well, whoever is worthy can have the power of Thor. So Beta Ray Bill is actually worthy to hold the hammer. And you find out that he's just fighting for the survival of his race. His entire ship has all of his people, and the survivors of his people, not all of them, cryogenically stasis, so that when he finds a suitable world, he could release them and they could exist again. Now, this isn't what his people looks like. This is what Beta Ray Bill looks like. He was genetically transformed and cybernetically enhanced with one of their most dangerous animals on their planet, so that he would be a fierce protector, to protect all of the people while they're in cryogenic sleep. So his people don't even like the way he looks. He is like monstrous to them. There's a couple of issues where his people wake up. His people kind of look like discolored skin, flat-nosed humans, bald. So when they see him, they're horrified, because he looks like the big bad wolf or some sort of thing like that, or werewolf or something. So he doesn't fit in. He doesn't fit in with humans. He doesn't fit in with his aliens. So he's kind of a tragic Pinocchio. There we go, the concept of the Pinocchio that I keep bringing up. Pinocchio being a character that was once human, or in his case, Corbinite, and lost his humanity or his Corbinidity and wants to retain it and values it more than those who still have it, because they never lost it. They take it for granted. So he's a classic Pinocchio. He wants to return to human. He wants to fit in with society, but he has responsibility. He's the protector of his entire race of people. Of course he's worthy. So this figure at the beginning, this figure right here, this wonderful blacksmith, that's Surtur forging a new sword. And when he's finished with the sword, he will invoke Ragnarok. So that's what this is going on. And then the first couple of pages of every for the next couple of issues is Surtur forming the sword, and that is so good. I got to go back to that. So I skipped the credits. The credits are here. Art and story, Walt Simonsen. So he's doing the writing, the penciling, and the inking. The lettering is John Workman. The colors is George Roussos, and the editing is Mark Grunwald. A great guy, great all-around writer, editor. Did so much stuff. And the editor-in-chief, Jim Shooter. And like I said, the controversial figure of Jim Shooter. I love Jim Shooter. I think his reign of the editor-in-chief is the best Marvel ever was. It's so good. And I know some people are going to get mad at that, but that's the way I feel. So this Walt Simonsen, he goes on for a couple of years, like 4 or 5 years, and it is phenomenal. This is the beginning of his run. I recommend this. Go out and get the collected Walt Simonsen Thors. You will love him. They're so good, so much fun, and they hold up. I just reread them. They are so good. So there you go. This is Beta Ray Bill, transforms into Beta Ray Thor, and after a while he's given Stormbringer. The hammer that looks like an axe on one side that in the movies, that's actually his hammer. So Thor has Mjolnir, and Beta Ray Bill has Stormbringer. Stormbringer is Elric's sword. What else could I say? I'll be showcasing Ragnarok, a Walt Simonsen Norse mythology based on Thor after the destruction of the gods and coming back to like a barren, a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's a lot of fun too. So there you go. This is Walt Simonsen, a great guy. I actually met him at a comic convention. He was just a pleasure. Usually I say don't meet your heroes. Whenever you meet somebody, I'm always let down, but not in the case of Walt Simonsen. He was an absolute gentleman, just a great guy. So There you go. This particular issue is actually pretty expensive to find, so I recommend get the trade if you can. It's just worth it. It's so good. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you taking your time and taking time out of your busy day to watch my videos. Thank you so much. Bye bye.